I rise today to speak to the fact that the Albanese Labor government has no solutions for the cost of living crisis. And for the first 16 months of their term in government, they have wasted on an idea that cost $400 million, and it all went up in smoke. It was something that the Australian people never asked for, never wanted, and on the weekend they voted a resounding no to the Voice. But yet Anthony Albanese, in his little narrow-minded view of the world, thought that we needed to divide this country by race. What a disgrace! What a disgrace! And what makes it even worse is the fact that we have been going through a cost of living crisis brought about by a COVID overreach. We've got energy crisis and all of these bad government policies driving up the cost of living. And Anthony Albanese, or the Prime Minister's response, has been to focus on feelings rather than facts. And the facts of the matter are this, is that the Australian people are doing it tough. They are doing it tough, Adam, Acting Deputy President, and it's about time we saw the Albanese Labor government provide some solutions. Provide some solutions for the rental crisis. But what's their solution? Higher immigration. Higher immigration, all designed to aid and abet the inner-city Marxists who teach at our universities so that our students can come out and graduate brainwashed and bankrupt. That's the only people that are benefiting from immigration. Of course, it might help Labor get a few more votes because God knows anyone who's lived in this country long enough knows you would never vote Labor if you want to hold on to your hard-earned wages. Because if they're not stealing it through your taxes, they're stealing it through superannuation. And if they're not stealing it through superannuation, they're stealing it through higher energy prices, Acting Madam Deputy Speaker. And I say that it is about time the Labor government actually started to focus on the things that matter to the Australian people. The things that matter to the Australian people. And that is they want to keep their hard-earned wages in their pocket. So not only do we have a rental crisis or a housing crisis brought about by high immigration and an RBA, an out-of-control RBA, whose only solution to anything is to increase the cost of interest. There's no talk about quantitative issuing new shares and building new infrastructure to increase the supply of energy, increase the supply of water, increase the supply of transport and better roads. No. All they can do is impose austerity upon the Australian people. And then we've got an energy crisis as well. Power prices are through the roof. Now, the Labor government love to blame with what's going on in Ukraine. But here's the thing. Australia has abundant reserves of coal. It has abundant reserves of gas. It has abundant reserves of nuclear. Why don't we use our own home-grown resources to actually supply the raw materials needed to actually produce energy? No. What the Labor government would rather do is import renewables built overseas and then shut down our own local industries. That is a disgrace. That is an absolute disgrace. And then we have the cost of living crisis compounded by the rental crisis and the energy crisis. But of course then we have Labor's obsession with red tape, green tape, blue tape and all these fees and costs that everyone has to comply with in order to get any business done in this country. And we've seen that with IR laws that are actually going to make it harder to do business. And we see that in so many other aspects in the economy where Labor wants to impose command and control over every aspect of an individual or a business's decision-making process. Rather than supply more services into the economy, such as more power stations, whether it be coal, gas or nuclear, whether they want to build more dams so we can have more water on our beautiful black soil across all parts of Australia to supply more food, or to actually, heaven forbid, actually have cheaper energy to restart our manufacturing process. Do Labor want to do anything about that? No.
Authorised G. Rennick, LNP Chermside.